Most people are focusing on the wrong kind of fat, and it's killing their progress. You can lose weight, you can drop sizes, you can even hit your goal on the scale, but still feel like your belly just won't shrink. And here's why that happens. The real enemy isn't the fat you can pinch. It's the fat you can't see. Visceral fat doesn't sit under your skin. It wraps around your organs, your liver, your stomach, your pancreas. And while it's out of sight, it's far from harmless. This type of fat is linked to diabetes, fatty liver, heart disease, even cancer. But here's the twist. The most dangerous fat in your body is also the easiest to burn when you know what to do. Forget the endless crunches. Forget starving yourself. The key lies in understanding how visceral fat reacts to specific foods, drinks, and movements. Because once you flip that switch, your body stops fighting against you and starts transforming fast. So this video dives into the science-backed tactics that melt visceral fat, reveal a stronger physique, and radically shift your health from the inside out. This isn't about hype. It's about facts and strategies that work even if the scale won't budge. If this is already hitting close to home, hit that subscribe button, because what's coming next might just change the way you train forever. 1. The hidden danger behind belly fat. Most people think belly fat is just a surface problem, something that ruins your shape, hides your abs, and lowers your confidence. But what's sitting under your skin isn't the real issue. The truth is, there's a type of fat that doesn't just change how you look, it changes how you live, how you age, and even how long you'll stay healthy. It's called visceral fat, and it's far more dangerous than the soft layer you can pinch. Visceral fat doesn't rest quietly in your body. It's stored deep inside your abdomen, wrapping itself around your vital organs, your liver, stomach, and pancreas. Imagine it like a silent invader, building a toxic wall around the machinery that keeps you alive. From the outside, you might look normal, but inside, that hidden layer is slowly turning your body into a battlefield. Unlike the fat under your skin, visceral fat is metabolically active, which means it behaves more like an organ than storage. It constantly releases inflammatory chemicals, floods your bloodstream with stress hormones, and pushes your body into a state of chaos. That's why people with high visceral fat often deal with stubborn fatigue, brain fog, and cravings that make self-control feel impossible. It's not a lack of willpower, it's biology fighting back. And here's the scary part. You can't always see it. Many people who appear slim are walking around with dangerously high levels of visceral fat. It's the reason some people look healthy, but still struggle with high cholesterol, insulin resistance, and blood pressure issues. Doctors even have a nickname for it, the TOFI body type. Thin on the outside, fat on the inside. It's the body's cruel illusion, and it fools millions every single day. Visceral fat does more than just sit around your organs. It actively attacks them. It interferes with how your liver processes nutrients, how your pancreas controls insulin, and how your cells use energy. Over time, that imbalance leads to the slow buildup of diseases we think are age-related. But really, they're fat-related. It's not just about losing your belly. It's about reclaiming your metabolic health before it collapses. But here's what gives hope. While visceral fat is dangerous, it's also incredibly responsive to change. In fact, it's one of the first fats your body releases when you apply the right triggers. The challenge is that most people go after it the wrong way. They starve themselves, they overtrain, or they chase quick fixes that only strip away water weight, not visceral fat. The real solution doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what's right, consistently. The reason this matters so much isn't just health, it's freedom. Imagine waking up without that heavy feeling in your gut, your digestion smooth, your energy steady, your mood sharper. That's what happens when visceral fat starts melting away. Your body resets itself, and the system begins to work the way it was designed to. And make no mistake, this change doesn't take years. When the right foods and training methods are combined, your body can start reducing visceral fat in a matter of weeks. The science is clear. Visceral fat burns faster than subcutaneous fat once the right switches are flipped. You just need to know how to target it directly. And that's exactly where we're headed next. Because what you eat every single day can either feed your visceral fat or starve it. And the difference between the two? It all comes down to color. Literally. 2. How colorful foods flip your fat-burning genes. What if your body came with a built-in fat-burning switch, and all you had to do was feed it the right signals? That's not just a nice idea. It's backed by research. And the key isn't some exotic superfood or overpriced supplement, it's color. Specifically, the deep, vibrant colors found in certain vegetables and fruits, the ones loaded with carotenoids. Carotenoids are natural pigments that give carrots their orange, spinach its dark green, and tomatoes their deep red. But beyond making your meals look pretty, these compounds act like molecular weapons against fat storage. They're antioxidants, which means they neutralize the internal stress and inflammation that helps visceral fat stick around in the first place. Here's how it works. When your body is under constant metabolic stress from processed food, lack of sleep, or low activity, it creates free radicals. These are unstable molecules that damage your cells, your hormones, and even your DNA. That chaos flips the fat-storing switch on. Carotenoids do the opposite. They clean up the mess. They cool the fire. And in the process, they flip the switch off. But it doesn't stop there. Carotenoids can also influence your gene expression, literally turning on the genes responsible for burning fat and turning off the ones that tell your body to hold on to it. And we're not talking about theory. This has been proven in human trials. One particular study, a randomized controlled experiment, showed that people who increased their intake of carotenoid-rich vegetables saw significant reductions in visceral fat in as little as 8 weeks. The standout veggies in that trial? Carrots and shiitake cabbage, both loaded with lycopene and other fat-fighting compounds. But here's the kicker. All groups in the study that ate colorful vegetables saw results. That's because the real power lies in the variety. Red, orange, yellow, dark green. Each color carries a different type of carotenoid, and each one plays a different role in reducing inflammation and balancing your metabolism. So, what does that mean in practice? It means your grocery cart should look like a rainbow. Think sweet potatoes, bell peppers, tomatoes, squash, kale, spinach, beets, blueberries. Each color you eat adds a layer of defense against the hidden fat you can't see. The more color, the more protection, and the faster your body gets the message. Burn, don't store. This isn't about dieting, it's about information. Every bite you take sends instructions to your body to either fight fat or feed it. And colorful, carotenoid-rich foods send the clearest message of all. Mobilize energy, reduce stress, and reset your fat-burning code. And the next weapon in your arsenal? It's something simple, something ancient, something that you can drink every morning. And it goes deeper than any detox ever could. 3. The green drink that disrupts fat storage. If there's one drink that consistently shows up in fat loss studies, especially when targeting visceral fat, it's green tea. Not just because it's low in calories or trendy, but because of what's hidden inside those leaves. Catechins. These powerful flavonoids act like microscopic agents of change inside your body. Catechins are antioxidants, like carotenoids, but they go a step further. Instead of just neutralizing inflammation, they alter how your body handles fat altogether. They increase fat oxidation, boost thermogenesis, and even block the enzymes that break down dietary fats. So less fat is absorbed in the first place. It's not hype, it's chemistry. One well-designed, placebo-controlled trial showed that just 12 weeks of daily green tea intake, about 600 milligrams of catechins per day, led to a significant reduction in visceral fat. Not total weight, not just water loss. Real change, deep inside the body. That's the kind of result you don't just see, you feel. But here's where most people go wrong. Not all green teas are created equal. The most effective ones are minimally processed, meaning they retain more of their natural catechins. Think matcha or sencha, teas that come from whole, carefully dried leaves instead of overly steeped bags sitting in a box for months. The difference in potency is massive. Another factor? Caffeine. When combined with catechins, caffeine enhances the metabolic effect. It's like a tag team. Catechins open the fat cells. Caffeine accelerates the burn. And together, they ramp up your energy expenditure, not just during the workout, but even while you're resting. But beyond the science, there's something almost ritualistic about green tea. Drinking it daily doesn't just help physiologically, it also builds consistency. And consistency is what makes or breaks every transformation. Because it's not about drinking one cup and expecting magic. It's about making a habit that nudges your body toward change every single day. So imagine this. You're feeding your body carotenoids through colorful meals, and you're stacking that with daily green tea, rich in catechins and caffeine. That's not just nutrition, that's strategy. And when that internal engine starts shifting, you'll feel it. Less bloating, more focus, more fire in your workouts, less fat around your organs. But food and drink are just half the equation. If you want to hit visceral fat hard and see change fast, there's one more piece to lock in. And this next one? It's not about burning calories. It's about changing the way your body uses them forever. 4. Why cardio beats the scale. Every time. Most people still treat the bathroom scale like it's the ultimate judge of progress. But when it comes to burning visceral fat, the number on that scale is often lying to you. Because while diet affects total weight, it's exercise, the right kind, that goes after the fat that matters most. Here's what the science says. When you train correctly, your body doesn't just lose weight. It reshapes itself from the inside. A massive meta-analysis of over 100 studies revealed a powerful truth. Exercise alone can significantly reduce visceral fat, even if the scale barely moves. And that's because visceral fat responds more to movement than calorie restriction. In one study, participants did just 2 45-minute cycling sessions per week. Not daily, not extreme, and within 2 months, their visceral fat dropped by almost half. Even more impressive? They also saw improvements in insulin sensitivity and a drop in subcutaneous fat, with minimal change in overall body weight. The takeaway: what's happening inside your body is more important than what shows on the outside. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Researchers compared different types of training, cardio, resistance, HIIT, and found that aerobic and high-intensity interval training, HIIT, were the clear winners for targeting visceral fat. Weightlifting still plays a vital role in health and muscle preservation, but if the goal is to cut deep abdominal fat, Cardio takes the lead. The sweet spot? Moderate to vigorous intensity. That means pushing your heart rate to 70 to 80% of its max. The point where you can still talk, but not sing. No need to gas out completely. Just enough to create a physiological shift where your body starts using visceral fat as fuel. Consistency is the magic word, not perfection. You don't need a military-style training routine to see results. That daily walk you enjoy, the weekend bike ride, the dance class that makes you feel alive, when done regularly and with intensity, those are visceral fat killers. And they work better than that one perfect routine you hate and never stick to. Exercise also delivers what no diet can, a dose-dependent effect. The more you move, the better the result. Meanwhile, restricting food has a hard ceiling. Beyond a certain point, eating less doesn't bring more benefit. But with training, your body adapts and evolves. It gets stronger. It becomes more efficient. It builds a new internal blueprint, one that stores less fat and uses more energy. And here's where it all clicks. When you combine this type of training with carotenoid-rich meals and fat-burning drinks like green tea, the transformation becomes exponential. Not just physically, but mentally and metabolically. And the best part? You don't have to burn yourself out. You just need to move smart and do it often. Now, let's pull everything together. Because the final piece isn't about trying harder. It's about doing less of what doesn't work and more of what actually moves the needle. 5. The ultimate formula to accelerate fat loss safely. There's a reason most fat loss efforts fail. They aim at the wrong target with the wrong tools. Starvation diets, random workouts, detox teas, they all promise fast results. But none of them truly address how the body stores visceral fat. And, more importantly, how to reverse it. The truth is, visceral fat isn't just a result of eating too much or moving too little. It's a metabolic signal, a reflection of how your body is processing energy, managing stress, and responding to daily inputs. That's why simply cutting calories hits a wall. Your body adapts, it protects, it holds on. But when you approach it strategically, combining nutrition, movement, and consistency, visceral fat doesn't stand a chance. Think of your body like a control panel with 3 switches. The first switch is food, and you've already seen how colorful, carotenoid-rich meals flip genes in your favor. The second switch is drink, and how green tea, loaded with catechins, changes the way your body handles fat at a chemical level. The third switch is movement, where consistent, heart-pumping cardio taps directly into visceral stores and uses that fat as fuel. Turn on just one of those switches and you'll make progress. Turn on all 3? You accelerate fat loss safely, sustainably, and deeply. Not just on the surface. The scale might not always celebrate you, but your body will. Your sleep improves. Your cravings calm down. Your energy returns. You become more metabolically efficient day by day. And here's the best part. This isn't about perfection. It's not about tracking every calorie or grinding through workouts you hate. It's about building a rhythm that feels doable and sticking with it long enough to let the science work in your favor. No more guesswork. No more extremes. Just choices that align with what your body actually needs to burn fat where it matters most. The game changes when you stop chasing what's visible and start attacking what's invisible. Because once visceral fat begins to fall, your body resets, your mind clears, your strength returns, and your physique begins to reflect the power that's always been there, just buried beneath the noise. So, no, you don't need another shortcut. You need a real strategy, one that works with your biology, not against it. And now you've got it. Here's what most people get wrong about fat loss. They think it's about going harder, doing more, suffering longer. But the real key isn't intensity. It's precision. It's about understanding your biology, flipping the right internal switches, and letting your body do what it was designed to do: thrive. You don't need to chase the scale anymore, because now you know that real change starts from the inside. With visceral fat, you've seen how the right foods send the signal to burn fat, how the right drink rewires fat metabolism, how the right kind of movement breaks the cycle of storage and stagnation. This isn't theory, it's science, and it works. So the question is, what's the one thing you're changing in your training after this? If this video gave you at least one aha moment, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let's keep building this together. If this video gave you at least one aha moment, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let's keep building this together.